But once we've got our base, we need to know every, say, 1,000 over the first 1,000, how much more are we charging, how many hours, and what's the cost. So if we're going in here and said, you know what, I believe based on my equipment of a 0-turn mower, it's going to be 3 minutes per 1,000 mow, blow, and edge. I could say equals 3 minutes divided by 60 because it needs part of an hour. It is 0.05. So we take that time and multiply that by our 95 an hour. You would need to charge $4.75. It would cost you $3.35. So that's about a 29 to 30% net margin. So that's how we would set up that production rate based estimate. Now we can go in on that service here and create a price break model that would go in and actually go all the way out to an acre, over an acre. And the price break would literally go out per 1,000. So I'm not going to get into that granular detail, but if you're running larger properties, this can be done in the blueprint, and it can also be done in its Copilot and Service Autopilot. That's the next level if we're doing larger properties. For today's conversation, I'm going to keep it simple, or as simple as I can. Obviously, this is not simple stuff, folks. This is how you build out a business to scale to multi-millions and be able to delegate with predictable profits. Finally, I've got a fertilizing example. So that's labor, overhead recovery, and product. So same idea here. We might say our base price is $65 for the fertilizing, and that now covers up to 5,000 square feet. In this example, I'm charging $125 an hour, and I see some upwards of 200 per man hour in certain markets for fertilization and weed control. The profit margins here are really, really good. And its expense, let's say it's costing $67 per man hour. So base price up to $5,065. I think it's going to take, based on some averages, 0.24 man hours, basically 15 minutes, and it's costing us $35.70. Now that's including materials. I'm going to talk about how we handle materials and job costing, Copilot and Service Autopilot. So if we're to manipulate this formula, the overhead recovery, not including product, is costing us $15.75. When we add the product in, it's actually $35. It's doubled. So that's where we're going to go in and add that in. And then we're going to say every 1,000 over the 5,000 is an additional $9 per 1,000, 0.2 or 0.02, which is 1 minute. You traditionally would see something like that on a ride-on Permagreen X Mark or Toro, and it's costing $5.33. So you've got about a 45% net and a 40% net profit there. Ideally, we want to see both of those numbers closer to 45 to 46% net as the industry benchmark for net profit.